Marisol Ramirez, the mother of two young boys, receives a pendant from them, which she promises to treasure forever. She and her husband dance while holding hands with their sons. When the youngest boy opens his eyes and realizes that everyone has left, he hears his brother being drowned in a river by a woman. Despite his calls for his mother and brother, the young child flees, but his mother catches him and drags him to the river as well. Los Angeles, 1973. While preparing her children Chris and Sam for school, social worker Ana Tate Garcia lets them miss the bus. Tomas and Carlos are Patricia Alvarez's two boys. At work, Ana hears her boss asking coworker Donna to check on Patricia's home. Their caseworker, Ana, finds out that the boys have not been showing up to school. Since Ana knows them better than anyone, she persuades her boss to allow her to visit and see how they're doing. Ana visits Officer Claro at the Alvarez residence. Patricia struggles to stop them from coming in, but ultimately she has to open the door. Patricia says she's been hearing what sounds like a woman crying. When Patricia attacks Ana to prevent her from opening the closet where she discovers the boys are being held, Ana walks by. When Ana opens the door after Claro removes Patricia from her, Tomas and Carlos are inside. They have burn marks on their wrists and are taken to a nearby hospital. Ana makes an effort to interact with her children at home. It has been difficult for her to become a widow after her spouse was killed while performing his duty. Ana tries to spend time with her children at home. She lost her husband in the line of duty, leaving her a widow, and she has struggled. Carlos is awakened later that night by what appears to be a woman crying. Tomas is not awake when he tries to wake him up. When a guard comes to check on them, Tomas is not in bed. Carlos trailed him out into the corridor. Tomas pivots and gestures towards an object reflected in the mirror. Carlos turns to face La Llorona, but before he can look up, he notices tears streaming onto the ground. Detective Cooper calls Ana, telling her to drop Chris and Sam off at the hospital. The bodies of Carlos and Tomas were discovered in the river. Patricia is there, crying out in anguish and accusing Ana of killing her kids while she was attempting to keep them safe from La Llorona. While Sam is sleeping, Chris exits the vehicle. He approaches the scene to see how things are going, but then he hears La Llorona sobbing. When she sees him, she murmurs to herself in Spanish about wanting to take him with her kids. She appears out of the shadows, burning Chris as she snatches his arm. Sam is awakened when he dashes back to the car, catching his brief glimpse of her reflection in the mirror. La Llorona begins to roll up the car windows, but Ana returns in time. When Ana visits the Alvarez residence the following day, she witnesses individuals performing a ceremonial washing in an attempt to drive out evil spirits. When Ana first meets Father Perez, he explains everything to her. When she inquires about La Llorona, Perez gives her history. She met a rancher who rode into town and fell in love with her because he thought she was the most beautiful woman in her village. She killed their sons in her rage to exact revenge on him, but when she realized what she had done, her grief and guilt overcame her so much that she also drowned. She could not go to the afterlife because she killed herself. With the wind blowing, Sam strolls outside by the pool holding her transparent umbrella. Opening it, she sees La Llorona for a moment. Sam loses his umbrella in the wind, and it falls into the pool. La Llorona appears and grabs her arm, burning her as well, just as she reaches for it. That evening, Cooper and Donna visit Ana's home because they have a suspicion that something is wrong with the children, especially given the burns on their arms. Lying, the children claim to have fallen. Ana heads to the kids' rooms after they leave. She screams when she hears something in the shadows and realizes it's La Llorona. When she vanishes, the children come into the room, and Ana extends an invitation for them to stay in her room. Ana visits Patricia in prison to speak with her. She is still bitterly convinced that Ana killed her boys. Patricia queries Ana about hearing La Llorona sob and experiencing the sting of her tears. She acknowledges that she prayed to La Llorona to take Ana's children in exchange for her own, rather than to God for her boy's salvation. Subsequently, Ana queries Chris regarding the recent events. He claims that in Sam's room, he heard La Llorona. Sam is taking a bath upstairs when La Llorona tries to submerge her. When Ana and Chris hear the disturbance, they rush to her aid. When Ana notices La Llorona's hideous face through her bloody tears, she grabs Ana's arm and burns her as well. To ask Perez for assistance, Ana heads to the church. He claims that prior to his encounter with a particular doll Annabelle he had no faith in the paranormal. However, he is aware of a former priest named Rafael Olvera who may be assistance. Ana brings the children to Rafael's shop. He seems uninterested, but when Sam asks for his assistance, he gives in. Raphael visits their house and examines the eggs to confirm that they are indeed being haunted by a very strong malevolent force. Wherever they went, La Llorona would follow, so it wouldn't matter. Raphael spends the nights with the family while they work to keep La Llorona out. He demonstrates to Anna that he had gathered La Llorona's tears for an anti-venom treatment. Subsequently, she emerges and pushes Anna against the wall before pursuing Chris and Sam. Raphael grabs Chris as La Llorona pulls him out the door, spitting back tears that burn her and drive her out the door. In order to keep La Llorona from coming back in, he then scatters seeds from a particular tree across the entrance. Chris notes that she will attempt to enter through the back door, though. Sam remembers she left her doll outside as they dash to the back. She reaches for it, trying not to break the seed line or set foot outside the house. The doll breaks the line as she pulls it back inside, and La Llorona pulls her out. When Anna knows La Llorona is going to try to drown Sam, they dash to the swimming pool. As she leaps to grab Sam, La Llorona attacks her. Then Raphael blesses the pool, making the water holy and driving La Llorona from the area. With Sam and La Llorona's pendant in hand, Anna steps out. There's a loud banging at the door. Patricia arrives brandishing a gun and determined to give Anna's children over to the devil. Chris and Sam flee to the attic in order to hide when La Llorona reappears in the home. When their attempts to bar her from entering are unsuccessful, she heads upstairs. La Llorona sees Chris take out the pendant he stole from his mother. She reverts to her former human form for a split second and walks over to Chris and Sam. Then, by mistake, Sam opens a mirror, revealing her repulsive demonic reflection. After having second thoughts, Patricia allows Anna and Raphael to chase La Llorona up to the attic. Raphael tries to use his cross to stop her, but she pushes him away. Raphael hurls the cross at Anna as she rushes to defend her children from La Llorona. She uses it to impale La Llorona through the chest, ultimately driving out the evil spirit. Raphael says goodbye to the family in the morning. Anna turns to see what appears to be a puddle of tears on the sidewalk as Chris and Sam rush back inside to play.